Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Direct Tech. Welcome to part 2 of my electric go-kart build. Now if you haven't seen part 1, I recommend go watching that first to see how I got this frame ready for today's video. On today's video, I will be installing the motor, and as long as we will be doing the wiring to get this motor ready to power this go-kart. Now, we've already kind of put the wiring together, and after I install the motor on the go-kart, I will go into in-depth into how the wiring actually works, so it'll be more helpful to you guys. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be getting this black box ready because I'm going to be putting all my stuff into this black box, including the motor. So you won't really see much except for this black box on the back of the go-kart. So as you just saw, me and my dad basically just finished this whole entire go-kart. Now, off camera, we also added these brake light and front light, and we also did some more tweaking to the motor. Now, as you can see, we have metal bars that the motor is mounted to. Now, before in the video, we were actually using 2x4s, and we learned that 2x4s were so weak that after a while of the motor running, the wood would stretch and the motor would become loose again. So we had to go and buy these metal frames that were really hard to cut actually, and put them in this formation that would make the motor super strong. Now, as I said earlier in the video, I wanted to go over some of the wiring because, as you can see, it looks pretty intimidating. I know I was first intimidated when I saw how much wires there were when it came with the speed controller, and now if you see all this, it is pretty hard to do. Luckily, my dad is an engineer, so he helped me out with that. But as you can see, here we have a series circuit of batteries. So it's a series circuit, 4 batteries, each 12 volt. I think they're 9 amp hour batteries. and together they make 48 volts. And then down here we have my speed controller. It's mounted in. And this other battery, this is just for the lights. It's not a big deal, it's something extra. Now, I can't remember all the wires off the top of my head, and I'll try to link a wiring diagram that I found that was really helpful with this wiring. It was actually like perfect for my speed controller. And I'll give you a couple examples of some wiring. Here's my charger. So my charger kind of flips up on the side like a Tesla almost. And this is connected to down here. This right here is my throttle cable. So this goes all the way down to my pedal. Some other things we have is my ignition switch, my reverse switch, my battery indicator. Now, all those you don't need, but you definitely need the ignition and the battery indicator. Those are really important things. The reverse and forward, you don't need that, but it's probably still a helpful thing to have. And here I also have a fuse. Now, if you're doing this project, I would really recommend getting a fuse because I've had several fuses blow while I was doing it because I had to figure out what size fuse I needed. And if I hadn't had a fuse, it would blow my whole motor. So you definitely need a fuse. Right now I'm using, I think, a 30-watt fuse. And I started with a 10, and those just kept on blowing, so I went to a 30, and that works pretty well. So yeah, that's the wiring. It does look pretty complex, but you know, you just gotta work through it and do a lot of testing. But again, make sure to have a fuse. That way you can do testing without it being so dangerous. Yeah, so that's the wiring. Yeah, so here it is. This is my go-kart. Its final stage. I did want to show my lights, just to show. So here's the front lights. So as you can see, the front lights are on. And then when I hit the brake pedal, my back lights come on. I have to turn it on. There you go. My back lights are on. So those all work. It's pretty cool. And then I also added a little wing. This is kind of a joke. So don't make fun of me too hard for that, it's just a joke. So, yeah, this is it. In the future, I probably will post a video of me driving it somewhere around here, just to be kind of cool. And I'm also, of course, I'm going to link all the parts I use. There's going to be probably a really long list of all the parts, because I got the motor, the speed controller, the batteries, everything. I will try to link it. If I missed anything, please tell me in the comments and I'll try to help you out. But yeah, this is it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel. And thanks.